Greetings, perverts, and hotties. Hotties. 'Tis I, Brittany.
And me, Kelly.
Who has read a book for us today.
I have.
But first, as always...
What are we reading? I wanted to say you and we at the same time, so hopefully that checked out.
What are you
reading?
Before we tell you what we're reading, just comments somewhere what you're reading.
Like this video, or pod, or whatevs.
Smash that like button.
Follow
us. Subscribe. Follow.
All that.
Leave a comment for engagement.
I am not reading anything.
You have a lot going on.
I finished, so I needed something completely different, and I listened to nonfiction by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think I always say his name wrong.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who that is?
Do I know who that is?
Well, some people don't, and I'm like...
Do they live under a rock?
So I listened to... I wanted to say aquaphysics, but it's not aquaphysics. I listened to astrophysics for people in a hurry. It was only a 4-hour listen, and there were a lot of facts, but it was a lot of fun, and I could listen to this man for the rest of my life and be content because just the way he talks and the way his mind works, the way he thinks about things, I'm like, okay, I like him a lot.
That's fair.
I like him a lot. So I've been listening to a lot of his podcasts now as well because I'm kind of a dork, and I like science.
And that's that.
And I love space.
And I recently finished Heated Rivalry.
Which I'm supposed to read and do an episode on, but it's...
I'm not doing an episode on it. I read it for my own self. And not for you.
I did not mean to make it about me.
She did. She did mean to make
it
about her. She did mean to make it about her. She always does this. I am reading currently. It's called Trick by Natalia Jaster. And I was going to read this for an episode, but it's 500 pages and I don't have time for that. Oh, I have time to read it. I just don't have time to also take notes and try to slim down a 500-page book into an hour-long episode.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
I say 350 or less.
In case you missed it, we're reading the Windy City series, and that shit is long. And our live episodes for those books are like 3 hours long. And we don't have time for that, just like for standard episodes, only for the live shows. So I'm not reading that. I'm going to read another book for an episode. And on that note, before we move forward further, we are going to do a live show soon for Play Along by Liz Tom 40, which I recently learned I'm saying her name wrong. And so now I'm going to say it right.
At one point, I'm like, is it Ford or 40? And we're like,
I was
we
like,
don't know.
The E silent. Probably.
I think you did say something like that.
Because I saw her throw out a first pitch at a Chicago White Sox game, and they definitely said, author of the Windy City series, Liz Tom 40. And I was like,
well, shit. Now we're assholes.
I stand corrected. So, all that said, join us on Fable to read along with that because the live show will most likely be in like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
We got a lot going on.
Airing closer to 2, but in the event that things happen, it will not be 2. There's a lot of things that could happen.
Yes. And to make this about me again.
She always does this. Wait, before you make it about you,
yeah. Can
we do good news first and then bad news?
Yes.
Okay. The good news, are you going to tell them what's going on with you? Okay.
Yeah.
So the good news is
my heart's pounding.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Is it the shaken espresso?
It might be. The good news that might delay us is that my husband is coming home. And obviously, with him having been gone for the last 3 years, I might want to spend some time reconnecting with him and taking a break from this.
We'll allow it.
And the bad news is
Kelly has cancer. We have to make it funny. Of the breasts.
Oh, no, of the titties.
Of the titty.
Fortunately.
Yes.
Oh, you're like, yes, fortunately. It is very fortunate.
It's very fortunate that I have the cancer. Sorry. We'll rein it in.
Sorry, yeah. We've been making jokes about it since we found out.
Literally since day one of the radiologist saying, I think it's cancer.
I was like, so when you're bald, we can go to a Pitbull concert. And
she's already planning to shave her head, even though we don't know if I'm going to
We don't know if any of this is going to be a thing that happens, but I was like, dale, like, here we go.
Jokes aside, this is my public plea for everyone to fill themselves up. If you're not comfortable, find a friend, find a partner. Because if you catch something, the sooner you get to a doctor, the the better it's going to be for you.
Don't be like her, who had a little thing going on.
Listen, I thought the nipple was chafing from exercise. Turns out it's part of a disease that comes from having cancer of the breast in the ducts. But yeah, so...
She told me about it before she went on her cruise, by the way, the nipple thing.
I think I told you in October.
It was October
or November. If you see my chest getting red, it's because I break out in hives when I'm nervous.
She's really nervous, even though this isn't live and we can edit out anything.
It's fine.
It's fine. I love this about her. And then, so that's her public plea, to get yourself checked. And my public plea is to subscribe to us, because what the fuck, you assholes? She has cancer.
Yeah. Come on. Support us.
Support us. She might not be able to work.
I might need a wig.
She might need a wig.
Come on.
Do you know how expensive wigs are? We were looking up cold capping. Do you know how expensive that is? And it's so not covered. Expensive. And it's not covered by insurance. And we're just freaking veterans. And the VA is like, we don't know if we have that.
Which I Googled too. And the VA, the website I found was like, oh, all the VAs have this. They have the best high quality stuff, which I know they have high quality stuff.
I'm going to bash this microphone into my head. Okay.
But they do not have the cold capping.
No.
As far as that doctor found out, she is a little new, so perhaps she was wrong. But
yeah,
I might just order this $100 thing on Amazon.
And see if it works.
I saw one girl on TikTok. It worked for her.
Oh, okay. Well,
her hair still.
If it doesn't, we can go make an appointment with Brittany on the same day and be like, shave our heads.
She wants it.
I want it.
She wants a fresh start.
I do want a fresh start. I was like, ooh, I could still have her bleach what's left.
Yeah.
And then like do fun colors, but it'll be like, it's as it grows out, like I won't have to keep bleaching and all of my hair can be blue.
You do some like Lisa Frank style, like.
Yeah, I'm just like a unicorn over here, looking like a troll doll with it all like spiked up and stuff. Do you remember trolls? Right here. There's an image anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the news.
Yeah.
Follow us or else.
Follow us or else. But yeah, if you have questions, I know we make jokes.
Yeah,
If you have questions, leave a comment below.
Or DM us on TikTok. And if it's about that, I'll direct Kelly to read the messages.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just exist as the support person and the humor in Kelly's life.
She does.
Oh my God, I have your gift. Hang on a second. I'm going to give you your gift on here.
And I'll leave some facts here. So they did tell me I was stage 3, but now they have lowered that to stage 2. I am estrogen, progesterone negative. It is HER2 positive. It is invasive, but because of how we caught it, it responds really well to treatment. And I'm spiraling here, but it's fine. I have a 3 centimeter mass. It is in the ducts and also coming out of the ducts. Yeah, that's all I got. I love that you're hiding it. Am I going to open your shirt? Come here.
Tony, don't get excited. I have an undershirt on. Okay, so the big joke that Kelly and I have been making is that we call it the change.
Oh my gosh.
She made a joke about the change one day, meaning menopause, and I really thought that she meant the change in her breast.
Her and our other friend were like,
so not that change. And Kelly said something about how she feels like her mind is not all the way there and she wants to like do brain exercises. And so I suggested like Sudoku or something that like is engaging with the brain. But then I was like, I don't actually know if Kelly is good at that. And so I wanted to get you something that
I'm not an idiot.
I'm not math.
Damn.
Okay, but I'm not math inclined. And so in my head, everyone's not math inclined.
Oh, got it.
So instead of getting you a Sudoku, I got you a crossword puzzle book.
Thank you.
And it's really cute.
It's so cute.
It's really pretty. It was like...
Oh, God. I suck at crosswords.
It was either that or word search. And I was like,
I'll text my sister and my mom and be like, help me.
It'll be fine. But you can do it when you're going through your treatment if you're not sleeping.
Do you remember that time we were at Six Flags playing Heads Up and I could visualize the actor, but could not remember any of their names?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, is this dementia?
Yeah. It was really fun.
And I had a PET scan, so there's nothing going on up there.
There's not. There's really not.
Excuse. It's the
there
stress.
You go. You can try your hand at crosswords.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love this.
It was $5 at Half Price Books.
Oh, thank you for going cheap on me.
Anything for you. In this economy?
$5.
And we're not even monetized.
Oh, there's answers in the back.
See, you're fine.
I'm fine. It'll be perfect.
You can cheat.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, totally. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. That was my gift.
Thank you. I love it.
Thanks for tuning in for that.
All right, over and out. We'll see you next week.
All right, yep, that's it. Thanks for coming to this episode.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Get your titties checked out.
Yeah.
And
fill yourselves up.
Feel yourselves up.
In my head, that was more eloquently spoken, but I'm under duress here.
And also, not to toot my own horn or anything, but she's going to show me what it looked like.
I will be flashing her later.
Here's the thing about me. I'm like,
I love titties.
I'm like, I've seen all my friends' boobs.
Except Kelly's.
Except Kelly's.
Some of them things.
I have no modesty. Everybody's seen mine.
I haven't.
Well, that's because you weren't friends with me when I was breastfeeding.
Yeah. Tony, calm.
Tony.
Calm down.
Tony, stop it.
Titty Tony.
Okay. So the book that she read.
If you listened to the last episode, we may have talked about this. I almost did not do this episode, or what am I trying to say? I almost gave up on this book because I didn't know if it would be a good episode because the book was a little
boring.
Oop.
You heard it here first.
But yeah, I'm not mad about it. So
okay.
We're continuing on.
Also, if you find that you want to read her other books that I own,
I do want
and you want to do an episode on any of them, that would be fine.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, they're dirty. Are they dirty?
Tell me the dirty. They're in my house.
Please. They're in this room. Please.
So I read Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. Right here. And I really edited my notes. So if there are any mistakes, I'm sorry for missing them. Okay, so this book opens with our female main character, Viola, sitting in on a board meeting. Her boss, Mike, has opened the meeting with the beloved line, "Well, I've got good news and bad news." Hate that.
Kind of like us.
Oh my god, perfect. Viola's brain starts spinning, much like yours did just then. She assumes the video game company that she designs for is definitely going under. She starts to fantasize about moving back in with her parents, and she can hear her mom saying, "I told you designing video games would never pay off."
Boo, unsupportive parents.
Thanks for believing in me, Mom. Mike brings her back to the present by reminding her and the rest of her coworkers at the table how well their last video game did. Limerick 2 was a hot-selling role-playing video game that their company, Flybutter, made a lot of money with. Mike lets the team know that this big company Starplay, who owns the rights to Limerick 3, has selected Flybutter to once again design the third installment in the video game franchise.
Oh, okay.
So are you getting tomorrow and tomorrow?
Yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah. Unfortunately, I am. Yeah. To my great displeasure, I am.
Yes, sadly, yes. Mike now lets out the bad news. Starplay wants them to work with another company, Nephilim, because this game will also contain a combat sequence, and this combat sequence is not something their company can do well. This news causes chaos. The rest of the team breaks out into literal hysterics. The majority of them hate everyone who works for this other company, Nephilim. Well, everyone but Mike. He's been caught shacking up with the CEO, Otto.
Mike.
Of Nephilim.
Mike and Otto.
Yes.
Gay.
Yay. We love the gays. Okay.
We do.
So he's been seen shacking up with Otto at random video game showcases over the last few years.
Mike, and scandal.
There's gossip that they're on and off all the time.
Mike and Otto scandal.
Yes. We love them. Mike reins in the team and lets them know the time he had them block off in December is to get together with the other team to see if they mesh. The plan is the two groups will all travel to a cabin, and this is in Seattle area, so I think they're going to Mount Baker. Not Mount Baker, that's in Washington. No.
Seattle's also in Washington.
No, Mount Baker, I think that's in, you know what? We'll edit this out. I don't know where it is.
I'm not going to edit that out.
It might be Mount Baker. I think I'm thinking Mount Rainier, but I think they say whatever. It doesn't matter.
They're going to the mountains.
They're going to a mountain somewhere. And there will be a lot of adult-themed events like skiing, hot tubbing, and video game playing. So get your heads out of the gutter when I say adult-themed.
Adult themes.
Naked Twister. All right, so let's cut back to the why of the hysterics. Flybutter and Nephilim do not have a great track record of getting along in the video game world. The employees of both companies have worked together. Like a lot of them, I've kind of moved around a bit or have known each other. They've dated previously. They've had physical altercations previously. So nobody's excited about this retreat. One employee even comments that it is going to be like The Shining and Nephilim is going to hunt them down while they're there. Another employee thinks they will do everything in their power to get close to Flybutter and then somehow steal all of their ideas and get the video game contract for themselves. And while all this talk is going on, Viola is making eyes at her bestie, Ethan. They've been close since their first year of college. He knows of her love of the book series Limerence that the video games are based off of. They hold a special place in her heart because she read each book of the series with her father, who has recently passed on. Viola holds the lead design job on these games. I don't know why I added that, but I did. Mike finally shuts down the complaints and tells the team they'll enjoy the trip or else. Before everyone leaves the meeting. Viola stays behind and Mike catches her.
Fun is mandatory.
And asks.
Or else.
Or else. And he's like, hey, why do you look so pale? And she kind of like brushes it off and she's like, oh, no, nothing.
I'm pregnant.
I am with child. But she's not. No surprise pregnancy here. Her girl is actually looking peckish because she has an ongoing push and pull with a employee of Nephilim.
Just like her big man boss, Otto and Mike.
Who she refers to as Jesse fucking Andrews. Jesse and her girl have the same role at their respective companies. They each have been nominated for awards and kind of go head to head when it comes to designing. They met when our girl was fresh out of college. She was applying for a position at the very company that Jesse worked for. She met him upon walking into her interview and they shook hands. He then later stood up for her when his boss said her portfolio was girly early on and questioned if she was actually into video games or if she was just trying to show off for her boyfriend.
That part. I was just showing off for my boyfriend, like I always do, because I'm just a girl.
Just a girl.
I don't care about professional accolades. I'm just a girl who's showing off for my boyfriend.
That's not what she said. Jesse actually stuck up for her and called out his boss for being unprofessional and even chased Miss Viola down after she straight up left the interview. Mm-hmm. She's like, fuck this shit.
As she should. I would also do that.
He apologized on the behalf of the director guy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I thought I edited this.
She edited this.
I did my best. And then he directed her to Fly Butter because he knew they were a new company accepting fresh designers. Sometime later, she saw Jesse again at an expo. He was working for Nephilim now and had changed his tune. The other company ended up going under, thank God. And he wouldn't even give her the time of day.
Wow, what a... Jesse fucking Andrews.
That Jesse fucking Andrews. She approached him to say hello, and he refused to even acknowledge her existence. Her coworker, Mila, who was also there at the time, questioned what she did to him. She's like, did you maybe hit him with your car? Or one of his family members?
No,
or his dog?
But I'm about to.
After this, of course, when you can't get what you want, you become super hyper aware of the person. And she ends up seeing Jesse everywhere. She sees his name. She sees him in video game credits as she's playing them. He's been interviewed by her favorite YouTuber. She sees him some places that he shouldn't be. But I didn't list any examples, so use your imagination.
The supermarket.
From all this, she develops a tiny little girly crush on him.
Ew, grow up.
Ew. She begins to wonder if she did something, as whenever she sees him at their mutual stomping grounds, he never even glances in her direction.
Oh, wait, never mind. I get it. You remember how, you know how it is when, when somebody doesn't pay attention to you and you're like, no, I must have them. I get it.
Yes, it's that.
And then as soon as I start liking you back, you're like, ew, never mind. Why did I want that?
Exactly. This pushback even leads to sexual fantasies, because we all want what we can't have. We cut to 6 years after their first meeting. Jesse and Viola end up at a wedding together. They ended up, I guess they graduated from the same college, but 4 years apart, so they didn't have any interaction whatsoever. Mm-hmm. They have mutual friends, and one of his best friends is actually getting married to her cousin, and they are both invited. It is a Christmas-timey wedding, and there's a mistletoe, and somehow these two get below the mistletoe. So everyone's encouraging them to kiss, and Violet's building it up in her head.
She's changed the name already.
At one point I thought her name was Violet, so I started putting Violet, and I didn't change. Viola is building it up in her head, and she's like, I'll just kiss him on the cheek. It'll be a funny little inside joke later, blah, blah, blah. However, when her gaze meets Jesse's, he's looking 100% disgusted and is not going to be reciprocating any type of kiss. He tells her, no, this is not going to happen, and then walks away. Viola's embarrassed, but it's fine because the rest of the family swoops in and starts making out with their significant others under the mistletoe. Later, Viola walks up on Jesse and her cousin talking, and she hears him say, I don't want anything to do with her.
What the hell did she do?
It's better this way. All right. It is now a week from Christmas, and Viola is at is in the Nephilim parking lot getting ready to drive to the cabin. Her boss, Michael, walks over to her car right away to let her know, by his count, one Flyleaf employee will have to carpool with some of the Nephilim employees because a tree is down and blocking half the parking lot at the cabin.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. So they can't leave because it's blocking the parking lot?
Well, no, she has to carpool with somebody.
No, I got it. Because it's an issue at the cabin. Yes. It's not an issue currently, but it will be later.
Yes. So Mike pleads with her, and she finally agrees with him after telling him. He tells her that she's the last drama-prone employee who hasn't already left. She's told that she'll ride with Otto, who is, again, the CEO of Nephilim. As she finds Otto, he points her to another car that she'll be riding in, and of course it's Jesse's.
Because of course it is.
Jesse is aware as to what is happening, and he not so much as acknowledges her before grabbing her bag and then just putting it in the car.
And he's like, get in the back seat.
Yep, she jumps into the back. And this girl, Ashley, gets in the front seat, and she kind of notices a little bit of flirting. You know, like when you know somebody so well, there's like that knowingness and like the flirty little smiles sometimes between people. I guess he gets in the car and his glasses are all fogged up, so she takes them off of his face and cleans them with her shirt.
Windshield wipers her fingers on them.
She like brushes it on her
really sensually or whatever.
Or something like that.
Or something like that.
Not much else of note in this chapter. They drive the 3 hours to the lodge with not so much as a hiccup. Viola made herself non-existent in the back seat and did not interact in any conversation. I guess Otto was like scrolling on Grindr on the way there.
He matches with Mike.
Jesse and Ashley talked the entire time about dogs going under anesthesia, triathlon training, their favorite brand of gels when you're running the triathlon. Again, very anticlimactic.
I thought you were going to be like, they talk about dogs going under anesthesia for the whole 3 hours. And I was like, wow, thrilling.
Well,
here's my headphones.
When they get to the lodge, Mike runs over to the car to ask about Otto, and Viola alludes to the fact that she saw him checking his Grindr profile every 10 minutes. As Viola continues to talk with Michael, she sees Jesse carry her bag into the lodge.
I can carry it myself.
Give me that. We move into the lodge, which is as beautiful as you can imagine. The host is explaining that the skis and the sleds are available for use at any time. There's 2 hot tubs and some other amenities. There's like a game room, there's a library, there's common areas. They are told the hours of meal times and how they will be served buffet style. Then each person is given an envelope. It's given.
Yep, they're giving.
Given an envelope.
It's giving envelope.
It's giving envelope. They are given an envelope, damn it, with their room number. Ethan and Viola are talking at this point and kind of making jokes about how awkward the weekend's going to be and like giggling amongst themselves.
Just a little tee-hee between a gal and her bestie.
A little tee-hee, ha-ha. By this point, both groups have separated into their respective teams. Viola gets her key and she's in room number 4, and Ethan's like, well, I'm in room 18. And I just want to point out, I didn't say this in the first chapter, but people think Ethan and Viola are dating just because of how close they are. Ethan also refers to her as his work wife.
Don't you just hate it when you and your work wife get pinpointed as dating, even though you're both married? Because I do.
I think you do with every male friend that you have.
I can't have a male friend. My bad. Damn, dudes.
Gosh, I can't help it. I'm so friendly.
I can't help it that I'm so friendly.
So
Gonzo was like, you're not nice, Brittany. And I was like, hey, bitch, I never claimed to be.
I'm not nice to you.
I'm not nice to you. But also, I never was like, I'm the nicest person. I'm mean.
What did our friend describe you as? Not friendly?
Not friendly, like the dogs. Not friendly.
So anyways, people think that they're sleeping together. But in reality, Ethan is actually sleeping with a girl named Shannon, who is also on this trip. And Shannon actually has the room right next to Viola's. So
she's going to hear some things.
Yes. So Ethan jokes about her just ignoring any noises she may hear. And Viola's like, you know what? Let's just trade rooms. After this exchange, Viola goes to find her new room and realizes it is kind of off to itself in like a loft area with one other room beside it.
Perfect. And we know who's in there.
Exactly.
Jesse fucking Andrews.
And I bet you can't guess who's in this other room. Jesse fucking Andrews. Viola sees him walking up the stairs and he gives her this questioning look like she's a small child that has lost its way. He immediately is like, he realizes what's happening and he's like, I can go ask the lobby for another room.
Well, what are you going to be doing in there that I can't hear? Because now I'm going to get a cup and put it on the wall and try to hear.
I would be doing that anyways.
Well, yeah.
I'm a nosy ass bitch.
No matter who's next door to us, we're listening.
We're listening. Viola Viola's hurt, but tries not to show it. And instead of just asking, like, why don't you like me? She's like, you know what? I don't snore. I have noise-canceling headphones. If you're being noisy, I won't even hear it. She explains to him that he will not be hearing a peep out of her. And then Jesse's like, you know what? I'm going to do the best to stay out of your way, and then enters his room. Viola then enters her room and realizes this is going to be a really awkward week. One, because she doesn't know why Jesse doesn't want anything to do with her. And two, because she knows that they have to figure out whatever is going on between them. Because if both companies are going to work together effectively, they have to get this under control and figured out.
Now, here's the thing. I feel like this female main character has Kelly energy, because I would be like, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
No, I would ask that too.
Like, what's the deal?
I will confront people.
What is the deal? Hello?
I may text it to him.
No, I would ask him right then and there, what's your fucking problem, bro?
I'd be like, am I smell like Kelly?
She's like sniffing her armpits, and I'm over there like, what? I'm like, what?
Smelling my breath.
What? Why?
Well, I wrote a lot for 5. It's morning. So I didn't point out that it is morning when they get there. It's like super, super early in the morning when they leave Seattle. So it's still super early. They spend the afternoon exploring and then go to lunch. There's mandatory assigned seating at the lunch buffet. And of course, both teams of employees are scattered amongst each other, kind of zipper effect.
So they can't branch off by themselves.
Exactly.
And segregate themselves from the other team.
Why would you think you could do a thing like that?
Absolutely not on my watch.
I would hate that. Me too. I need my safe person,
Me
okay?
too.
I need my Ethan.
I need to be... Who's your Ethan at work?
Probably Pat.
And mine's Sheree.
Or Michelle, or Nikita, or Devin.
Mine's Sheree. When Sheree's not here, it's awful.
Really?
I'm surrounded by men.
Probably Michelle is my safest, and then Nikita and Pat.
Yeah, mine is definitely Sheree. And then it's not fair because Corey doesn't work with me, but like Corey. And honestly, it might be Corey as my safest person and then Sheree, but only because I've known him for like
forever.
For like 13 years.
Gosh, we've been here so long.
I know. I've known Corey longer than I've known you.
It's crazy.
I know.
I met Corey and Pat before I met Adam. Because I had a date with him that same night.
Oh my God.
That's my anniversary.
You met me before you met Adam.
Did I meet you the first day?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. We go back further. Well, I was talking to Adam online, but I hadn't met him yet.
Well, would you look at that? I've known Kelly longer than her husband.
We go way back.
10 years.
In 2018.
Almost.
In January of 18.
Almost.
January 24th, to be exact.
To be exact. To be frank.
All right. So... we're at the table. Everyone's scattered amongst each other. Viola dives into some cheesecake and literally can't contain herself. She states, "Fuck me. This is ridiculous." Because it's so good, obviously. To which her coworker, a friend who I didn't write her name down, I think it's Mila, responds, "Better than sex?" And it just so happens that Mila's ex-fiance, who works for the other company, is also at the table and hears this exchange. And he says, "Oh yeah, better than sex with some people."
What a dick.
To which is a target at Mila. Viola takes Mila's silence as to the comment as proof that she's affected. She knows their history and how they both mutually cheated on one another.
Okay.
This guy is giggling to himself over his comment, so Viola takes it upon herself to elbow her glass of eggnog into his lap. This is only one situation where these employees have not gotten along. I guess somebody's suitcase randomly ended up outside in the middle of a thicket, and I then put, maybe we should re-listen to the beginning of this chapter so we can figure out the other two things of importance.
It doesn't matter. All I chalk it up to is this is very immature and like I've never encountered a rivalry like that in my adult life.
No. And if it is, it's fun. It's like a fun rivalry.
Yeah, and also you fucking nerds.
Yeah, you damn video game nerds. Grow the fuck up.
What is your problem? Also, look at his head.
Oh.
Why is it bent back at that angle? Don't fix it.
He's in the throes of pleasure.
He's looking up at you.
Yes.
What's wrong with him? I'll insert a clip.
I feel like there's some movie where they look up when they're being...
Look at my angle.
That's crazy. And this girl's like, "Help me." Sorry. Girl distraction by the Barbies.
I've been manic since lunch.
And now she's caffeinated again. Okay, so Mike sees what happens and texts Viola stating, "That wasn't very nice." She responds with sarcasm by telling him just how great of an idea this was and how she can feel the relationship with the other team improving by the second. And then she realizes how bad of a position Mike is in. He's CEO and wants Starplay to invest in his company. She decides to extend an olive branch and chats up another Nephilim employee. And it's somebody that she's met before, and they end up hitting it off and want to go slut or something later. I don't know.
Or something.
Something
like
want
to go slut or something like slut or something
because
later.
They're children. Later on in the evening, Viola decides that she would like to read as she's rereading the Limerence series. So she's like, I'm going to go find somewhere cozy to sit. As she walks to her reading room, she overhears some of the other Nephilim employees chatting. To make a long story short, they think Starplay will ultimately end up picking just one company to work on the game instead of two. They are hashing out who the better designer is and comparing her and Jessie to one another. They then go on to say it doesn't matter if they get along because if things stay as they are, they'll get the rights to the game. Viola stomps off.
She doesn't stomp in there and be like, who are we talking about?
No, she's non-confrontational.
Come on, girl.
She stomps off to the reading room, and as she opens the door, she sees Jessie. She glares at him while at the same time checking him out, and there's minor mention of him resembling Clark Kent with like his dark-rimmed glasses and his messy hair.
Yes, well,
there he is.
He's right here.
There's Jessie fucking Andrews.
Jessie fucking Andrews.
Undisguised. Or in disguise? I don't know.
In disguise. In disguise. It's not Damon. It's
Who's Damon?
Damon.
From
my books.
Oh.
It's not Damon. It's Jessie fucking Andrews.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, Tony. This is why you tune in, right?
Okay, so she's glaring at him and also checking him out at the same time, multitasking. He asks if she's okay, and she blurts out that she's actually kind of pissed. She then tells him she overheard his coworkers and how they're not putting any effort into the weekend. Jessie just gets up to leave without saying a word, and she grabs him by the back of the shirt. She tells him he can't leave in the middle of the conversation because it's rude, and he's like, "Are you done?"
You can't just manhandle somebody.
Viola then asks him if she's done something to him and then explains that she knows he doesn't like her. Instead of responding, again, Jessie turns and attempts to leave, and then Viola grabs him by the wrist. He grabs it away as if she's burned him and walks out.
Oh my God.
Why is he so mad?
What is his fucking problem?
The next morning at breakfast, Viola sits to herself, still feeling rejected, and watches as Jessie downs his orange juice in a big gulp and stands up. As he stands up, he basically commands the attention of everyone in the room without so much as clearing his throat. He stands up and instantly everybody's looking at him. He says he needs to make an announcement, and while this information may not be privy to Flybetter, he's going to say something, and he's only going to say it once.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, bossy. He tells the team that this retreat is not a waste of time. This retreat is not for annoying the shit out of Flybetter employees so that they take a step back from the game proposal. I'm speed reading. He reminds them that both studios are small and indie. Neither one of them has the capacity to take this project on by themselves. There are larger studios ready to sweep in if they fuck this up. Jessie tells him that he really wants to work on this game, and if he sees somebody fucking up his chances, he will address it swiftly with them. But he can't address his problem with Viola, you know. Well, Viola finds this whole mantra hot. What? She surprises herself by also standing and taking on the tone that she normally saves for her nieces and getting their attention, and tells everybody that she is the lead designer for Flybetter, and everything that Jessie is saying is something that she agrees with and stands with as well. She explains...
Just to piggyback off of what Jessie said.
Exactly that.
Exactly what he said.
Ditto. She explains how much she loves the Limerick story and how the goal is to not make money in their pocket, but to do a service to the books.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are you finished with that chapter?
Almost.
Okay. I'll wait until you're finished with that chapter.
Okay. She tells him if she hears anybody making comments, being arbitrary, or doing anything to negatively impact the other team, and then she kind of starts to trail off. And then she's like, I really don't have that much power. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah. she was like, hey, girl, check your ego at the door.
Mike ends up swooping in, and he's like, you'll be fired.
Get him, Mike.
And then they all look at Otto, and he's like, He takes this deep breath, stands up, and reiterates.
He's like, ditto.
What everyone else has said, and his only addition is that if he sees anybody fuck this up, they will be dealt with as well. However, in addition to them being fired, they will also be blacklisted.
So here's the thing. If you were wondering what it's ever like to be in the Navy, that's it. Just to piggyback off of what he said.
And then you repeat exactly what the other person said.
There's just like, you like change a few words and that's it. But my question for you is, when we find out why he's so angry at her, is it going to piss me off?
I don't know. Maybe?
It better be a good reason.
Okay. I think it's a valid reason.
Okay.
But I don't think he needs to be such an asshole to her.
Well, he's a man.
That part is unexcusable.
So he's a man, and let us not forget that.
Yes.
First thing about me, hate men. Second thing about me, won't tolerate it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
I love that I put not much of mention in the next chapter and then write a whole fucking paragraph. So Viola ends up attempting the slopes with Ethan, Shannon, and a Nephilim employee. Once that's over, Viola reads and watches movies with some people before being stopped by Ashley. Remember, she was in the car, and that's Jesse's friend. Ashley is quite wobbly on her feet and asks Viola and Mike for help with something. She then leads them to a game room where Otto and Jesse are both completely intoxicated. Ashley tells them they were playing a drinking game. They were playing some RPG game and have to take a shot whenever one of the main characters refers to somebody as son. And I guess this happens a lot in this game, so they're just throwing back shots.
It's like a power hour, but worse.
Yes. And they both kind of look at Ashley and they're like, how are you fine? And she's like, I just stopped drinking.
Yeah,
and they keep taking shots.
You fucking dumbasses.
Do I look like an idiot? And I don't know why we can't just leave the men in this room passed out, but Ashley's adamant that they get carried back to their rooms.
Because even though she stopped drinking, she probably is still drunk.
So it's like that weird thing that we create in our brain.
We all know how, like, when you are drunk, like, you're like, no, they can't sleep. They can't sleep here. I can't sleep here. I need to be in a bed.
You turn it into a whole event. Okay, yeah. It's probably that.
Yeah.
So Mike and Viola agree, and then Ashley saunters off, like suddenly looking not so drunk anymore. Mike comments on how cute Otto is, and then manages to carry him off to his room.
Okay, Mike.
Leaving Viola and Jesse alone. Viola somehow carries Jesse, which he like towers over her.
She gets him, and she's like
fireman hole.
Here,
I've been training.
I'm gonna demonstrate. This is Viola.
All right, open up the Spotify video or YouTube. Yep. Okay.
All right, this is Viola.
For the demonstration.
She's a pretty little princess, and she like
gets Superman.
Okay, he's like. This is the floor, and she's like, oh no, here we go. And then she like she like curves her arm like this. She carries him up the stairs to room 17.
How do you remembering the room number?
Oh, I remembered that hers was 18. So
once in the room, Viola takes him to the bed and she like smashes him down. Yes, it's like I almost said karate move, WWE move.
Look at her arm.
And then it's out of socket, and she has to be airlifted out of there. So she gets him on the bed.
And she's taking off his pants.
No. And as she does so, Jesse looks at her and tells her, you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. He also tells her he hasn't stopped thinking about her since the day they met. And then his eyes close and he's instantly asleep. And Viola's like, the fuck?
And Brittany's like, I will kill him.
I will murder Clark Kent. The next chapter begins with Viola's inner monologue stating, I most definitely did not stare at my ceiling for hours thinking about what happened. She ends up falling into a fitful sleep, awakens after breakfast is over the next day. She sustains herself with cold coffee and a stale bagel, and then Ethan catches her off guard by questioning her. Ethan asks her if she has ever told anyone that she and him are dating, and Violet's puzzled but literally screams, what? Ethan calms her down and asks the question again, to which Violet replies, no, why would I tell anyone we're dating? She's like, people may have assumed because of how close we are, our late night stays in the office, the fact that you refer to me as your work wife, but not once have I ever told anyone we are dating. Ethan lets her know that Jesse cornered him that morning. He explains that he had been out with, not Megan, it's Shannon, on a romantic stroll through the snow. They had kissed, and when they got back to the hotel, Ethan turned the corner, and Jesse was there waiting.
Like this.
Yes, but a little hunched.
His legs bent a little bit. Oh gosh. His hands on his knees, just like
hands on his knees.
His legs spread when you've tried to bend him in half. He's like this.
Display. Jesse asks Ethan how he could do this to Viola, not Violet, and mentions how can he be cheating with this girl when this girl's in such close proximity. Ethan explains that he and Viola have nothing going on, and even admits to Jesse that he's actually in love with Shannon, which is something that he hasn't even told her yet. Jesse was really
Does Viola know?
Viola ends up...
Jesse? Huh?
Sorry. Jesse was really confused, but understood, and then quickly left. Later on, we have a meeting between Flyleaf and Nephilim. They are discussing Limerick 3. Violet ends up sitting directly across from Jesse, and he will not make eye contact with her. As the game is being discussed, Jesse explains his ideas for the storyline. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, because it's really not that important to the plot.
Because that's not why you're here.
You're here for the smut, which... we'll get to.
Settle your asses down, pervets. It's coming.
It's coming. But I will tell you one thing, that there is a main character who's female, as well as a warlock in the story. And normally the games only go with the female point of view. But Jesse is thinking that both characters should be playable. And Viola has been thinking for a while that there's a missing link that she hasn't been able to come up with, and thinks this is probably it.
Sure.
There is another point where the team is kind of bashing Jesse's idea, and when Jesse is defending his thought process, he and Viola are kind of answering together at the same time and like saying the same thing at once. So we get that there's a general understanding between these two. The meeting breaks, and Mike makes Viola stay behind to help him pick out a wedding gift for one of his cousins. As soon as Viola is able to get away, she runs directly to Jesse's room because she's decided she's going to confront him. She pounds on the door, and when he answers, she slips in immediately, like under his arm. And he's like, "Is this a common occurrence for you?" And then she questions him on if he likes her. Jesse doesn't answer, and Viola rehashes the verbal attack Ethan received earlier. His response, "I barely even talked to him." Viola continues to question him, and Jesse finally says that even if he did like her, she knows better than he does that he wouldn't be able to act on it. Viola is confused by this, but
the fuck is his major malfunction?
I don't know. Viola is confused by this, but a knock at the door from housekeeping distracts them both from the conversation. And Viola randomly is like, you know what? Maybe we're just better off as coworkers, because none of this is making sense anymore. So she leaves. So she goes to confront him, and then she
changes her mind.
Yeah.
She's like, I was just kidding. She chickens out.
I'm like, well, come on. This is
confront him.
Again, only thing that is important in this next chapter, long ass paragraph. Bless you.
Thanks.
Okay, so in the next chapter...
almost flew out. They just kidding.
Across the room.
I'm just kidding. They did not. They are secured in my mouth. They're not coming out. Oh my God, I have fake teeth, by the way. I got dentures in right now.
Not all of them, just 3.
It's a flipper. Just 2. It's a flipper.
It's a little flip. And that's what you missed on Glee.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
All right, so Viola and Jesse finally talk in this next chapter. Viola gets involved in a snowball fight outside, again, children, and her hands get so cold that she's worried she's going to get frostbite. She starts to make her way inside.
What, were you barehanding the snow?
I think she had some cheap-ass gloves on.
Everybody... okay. Mm-hmm.
You know who doesn't have cheap-ass gloves on? Jesse fucking Andrews.
Because why would he?
As she walks into the lodge, Jesse is standing there blocking her path. He walks up to her and he takes her gloves off for her and then puts his hands in his and warms her up. Of course, his palms are huge, and I put and hairy, haha, and so warm. And they're so warm that Viola is comforted. They then discuss yesterday's events and the discussion that they had and how things ended. Jesse questions her on if she remembers him asking her out the first time they met. So here is why he's such an asshole. So remember, Viola had gone in for a job interview at this other company, and Jesse was working there at the time as a hiring manager. His boss was very misogynistic, and Viola walked out. So I guess after this happened, Viola had a really bad migraine as this was happening, and Jesse asked her if she wanted to go grab coffee. And Viola's like, well, I can't afford a car, so you can't really worry that I'm going to fall asleep at the wheel. So she turned him down.
What?
She thought, in her brain, him asking her out was because he was worried she was going to fall asleep. And she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm not even driving. So don't even worry about it. I know.
Huh?
Just continue.
Okay.
Hold on. I will continue.
Yeah, continue.
So she turned him down, but didn't realize that she was being asked out. Viola understands why this would have made him back up a bit, but doesn't 100% free him from the miscommunication that he's been putting on. So Jesse then tells her after she turned him down, she went on a tirade about working in a male-dominated field and how she had worked with another guy and how he wouldn't ever leave her alone, and continued to ask her out numerous times to the point that she would avoid him at all costs at any of the game cons. So Jesse thought this was her warning him to not even try.
I beg of you.
So we hate it?
Oh my God.
Again.
Okay, so here's the thing. What? He asked her for coffee. She said, I'm not driving. And then she was like, and also, by the way, this one guy that I used to work with would always just ask me out. And so, like, it got to the point where and he never tried again.
Why would you randomly tell somebody that?
And also, like, you could just be like, hey, I'm sorry that went so poorly. Maybe I could take you, like, add more words. Not just like, would you like to go for coffee?
Yeah. Then you give up and become an asshole.
Because you look a little tired. Huh?
Yeah. Again, I don't like the miscommunication trope.
Huh?
Much like you.
Huh?
Again, something that could have been cleared up
in 3 seconds.
A couple sentences.
Literally. And also just, what? Okay.
They then talk about the mistletoe incident, and Jesse wasn't exactly sure as to what he had said. He can't confirm he actually said that to her cousin when he refused to kiss her, but he knows he wanted to take on the blame and just do his best to avoid her, even though he was still crushing hard.
Because he didn't want to be the person that she would just avoid for forever because she had to repeatedly turn him down.
Listen, men, if you're listening.
Yeah, man, if you're listening.
Any man out there.
We know all the men are here.
If you think a girl's not interested in you, you don't have to be an asshole.
No. And also,
you can still be nice and friendly.
If you are interested in a girl, a lady, a woman, my suggestion to you would be to make it abundantly clear that you are asking her on a date. And if she turns you down, then you know, hey, she's not interested in dating me.
Yes. Don't keep asking.
But also make it abundantly clear that this would be a date.
Yes. So the next chapter, it has been snowing heavily while the groups are at the cabin. It's 11:30 at night now, and Viola wakes up freezing in her bed. She's literally shivering, even though the thermostat is set at a reasonable temperature. I thought that was important. She randomly decides she's going to make her way to the hot tub to warm up the bod. Of course, when she gets down there are 2 hot tubs in this place, and one of them is taken by Ethan and Shannon.
Ooh.
And I wrote, ick! They are inappropriately close and whispering amongst themselves. Viola's like, nope, let's try the next one.
And next.
And in the other hot tub, she finds Otto, Mike, and Jesse.
What the fuck, Jesse? You third wheeling Mike and Otto?
Again, she's like, no, and starts to walk away, but is spotted by Mike. He sees her in her robe and knows what she's there for, so he scooches over to make room.
She's like, Mike, I'm naked under here.
Oh, surprise.
Surprise.
She slides in and decides the water is heavenly, and as she does so, she sees Jesse Edvarda's eyes, like, really quickly to the side.
Nerd.
The men start comparing video games. Viola chimes in her thoughts.
The men start comparing wieners.
They have a sword fight, you know. Jesse and Viola share common opinions on the map of some popular game. I don't know. And it annoys Otto so much that he, like, stands up mad and he's like, I'm going to bed, because he's disagreeing with everybody. Mike excuses himself as well quickly after and attempts to secretly chase after him.
And all I can picture is just like him, like, trying not to slip, and he's like running.
He's like sliding across the floor. Wait for me. That leaves Viola and Jesse. The two continue discussing video games, and in lieu of saying one of Jesse's games is her favorite, because he's asking for her top 3, so she says like 2 popular games. And then one that he's designed she really wants to say but can't bring herself to do it. So
Don't be so prideful.
I don't know. So she says another random one, and they end up arguing about that game. And then Viola stands up dramatically to kind of like pretend she's being like Otto and tells Jesse.
She's wearing a string bikini, one of her titties flops out.
She's like, oops.
She like tucks it back in, and she's like,
I love them. come up with this random bullshit.
Once again, sorry.
Deal with us, okay? You chose us, okay?
This is our show.
That's what we see in our heads. Okay.
So she stands up dramatically. Sorry.
They argue about the game. She stands up dramatically to tell Jesse how wrong he is. He laughs, hee, and then goes to grab her wrist, and somehow this causes her to lose her balance and fall onto Jesse. Her arms go around his neck. Her right breast
on his face. On his face.
Yes, no, his chest. And her ass is on his lap. And she feels the unmistakable erectness of a stick.
Are you telling me that arguing with her about video games got him hard?
It did.
Embarrassing.
It sure did.
Nerd.
And this is a large stick.
Of course it is. He's a large man.
He's a large man with a large stick.
With large, hairy hands.
Listen, he's Superman.
Look at that package.
So Viola begins to apologize, and Jesse's a little embarrassed. Viola tries to break the tension by saying, "Oh, so you do like me."
Girl.
And Jesse tells her that she has no idea what his feelings are, before admitting that he does still like her, and he doubts he'll ever stop. As he says this, he gets super close and almost lays his lips against her collarbone. Suddenly, Mike returns, admitting he left his room key. And Viola's like, "You fucking cockblock."
Come on, Mike. Go sleep in Otto's room.
Jesse and Viola quickly break apart, almost violently, and Mike pretends to ruffle around looking for his key.
He didn't forget his key.
This is why I like Mike. Jesse excuses himself for bed, and Mike admits that he didn't really leave his key, but realized he had left her all alone with a boy. A boy she barely knows, and felt this was a dick move. And I know Viola was ready to pull her bottoms to the side, but Mike is an ally, and I can't not commend him for that.
Wow, Mike. Way to protect your girl.
All right. Well, so they get back to their rooms, and then Viola immediately busts into Jesse's room again, the second she hears him return. And when he was warming up her hands, he had given her like his really thick, nice gloves. So she used that as an excuse to go back into his room instead of just
returning your gloves.
Using her damn hormones.
Just returning your gloves.
The love glove. Jesse admits his feelings for her and how whenever she's been around him over the years, he's done his best to stay away. He felt her presence was problematic due to his personal feelings for her. Viola admits her feelings for him as well, and even goes on to tell him about the impure thoughts she had about him. And he's like, "Impure thoughts?
What are you, Amish?"
Yes. She tells him to interpret those as he wishes. Viola then starts to get really close as if she's going to kiss him, and Jesse admits that there is no way he can keep this relationship casual. Viola questions if he's only ever slept with serious relationships, and Jesse responds by saying that isn't the case. He admits to her that the other women weren't her.
I'm actually a virgin.
Turns out I've never been touched. Never been kissed.
Cue up that Veronica song.
Like, what song are you singing? All right, sorry. Viola is spent by the... Spent?
She's spent.
She's spent by the statement.
Spent.
I think it's, I don't know what I meant. And gets even closer and cups Jesse's face with her little paw. She proposes that they hang out together for the next couple of days and get to know each other better. By the time they get back to Seattle, they can reassess the situation and see if there is something here. Jesse studies her for a few before saying something to be had. I don't know.
Okay.
Before Viola attacks him with her lips.
What? You're supposed to just hang out.
Hang out with your wang outs. No. Oh, no. Nay.
Nay.
Okay, so the duo then makes out like a couple of teenagers, like a couple of dogs drinking out of a water bowl. Watch episode 1. We talk about that.
Yep, I'll put a sound in here because I'm sure there is one.
Ew. Jesse is a gentleman and never crosses the threshold to touch her boobs or ass.
It's
very PG.
Her arms are around his neck and his are just like right here. And there's enough room for Jesus between them.
And then I put, which TMI maybe, but this is very reminiscent of my third date with my husband. I had to put that man's hand on my ass.
Wow.
He would not. He would go here. He would go here.
Wow.
And I was like, come on, just
like,
grab it.
Do you even like me? Grab
He's
it.
trying to be a gentleman. All right, at one point, Viola straddles him, and Jesse admits that he used to dream about stuff like this. They kiss some more and start to push the envelope more. But each time they get consent first. It's getting closer to morning, and Jesse decides to break from kissing so he can go get Viola breakfast because he knows she's a breakfast girl.
Oh, wow. Did they kiss all night?
They did.
Wow.
All night long. They separate, but then Jesse just sits there. It turns out he has a massive boner. He needs to wait out before he walks downstairs. Can't be going downstairs with a pitched tent, if you know what I mean.
Tuck it in your waistband and go get the woman some breakfast.
Tuck it in your waistband like an adult, okay? Viola giggles to herself, tee-hee, and then offers to take care of things for him. She then jerks him to completion.
Oh, my God.
Talking his head off the entire time she's doing it.
His head or his head?
This head. The top head.
She's talking? Oh, never mind.
She's not like, is this thing on?
She's jerking him. Never mind. I was
jerking
like, she's
him and chatting him up, and somehow that does it to him.
About what? Video games?
I don't remember. I did not make note of what she was saying. I was ready to be done. I mean, I loved it.
It's her favorite book ever.
And this is the part where some of you may get the ick. So this guy is eager, so it doesn't take him long at all.
Shane Hollander. Mm-hmm.
Nor is he bothered by her not shutting the fuck up. Mm-hmm. He releases all over her hand and his stomach, and Jesse decides to grab the sticky hand and link their fingers. And then I put this passage, I make to wipe my palm over my pants, but he surprised me by grabbing my wrist and knitting our fingers together, then bending his head as if to stare at a masterpiece he's woven. It's the sweetest, filthiest of handholds.
My brother in Christ. Kelly, when you said that he weaved their hands together and he like bent, I was like, if he licks his hands. Oh my God.
My head almost exploded.
Oh my God.
Yuck. Okay. The two then have breakfast together in Jesse's room.
Did they wash their hands?
I hope so. I don't know. Maybe it's seasoning. We don't know. Okay. The two have breakfast together in Jesse's room after he returns with plates full of food. It turns out while he was grabbing the food, he saw Mike downstairs. There was talk of the winter storm snowing them in. Viola thinks this wouldn't be too bad if it actually happened. We then immediately cut to him being naked and standing in front of Jesse between his open legs. And I will be honest, when I read this part, I kept going back and I'm like, did I miss something? Like, how did she suddenly get naked? We don't know. It just happens.
Her clothes just fell off.
And he's just sitting there, like, taking her in. And there's a passage that states, I've always considered myself lucky because I've never developed any self-consciousness about my body. But the way Jesse's eyes track every inch of my skin would be enough to make an Instagram model uneasy.
Oh, okay.
So he's just staring at her, like, looking at every fold and curve.
He sees a hair that she missed when she was shaving.
And he points it out, and he's like, shame.
Here's some tweezers. Pluck that out.
She questions if he would like to take a picture, and then quickly she's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. It's actually not allowed, and then launches into a tirade about cybersecurity measures on his phone and the possibility of it being hacked if it's because those security measures are unknown to her, before Jesse stops her with a finger on her lips. These ones, the top lips.
He's like, I've got a disposable camera in my backpack and a black room at home.
We're fine.
We're fine.
He then tells her the other day at the hot tub he had to do everything in his power not to stare at her or them. Okay.
What's them? Her breasts?
The breasts. Biggie Smalls. Okay. They kiss some more. We're losing it, sorry. She tells him to lose his clothes because he's still fully dressed as she's naked.
She just sees the tent start like...
They discuss getting it on, and then suddenly...
Suddenly what?
Suddenly, Jesse is pulling Viola into a sitting position on his face.
Oh.
Some tongue action ensues before Viola takes him in her mouth as well. This then leads to both reaching their O's at the same time.
Oh.
And I was writing this whilst at work. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know if I can actually type sexual words. So I was trying to be very... very vague. Mm-hmm. They both reached their O's at the same time in case Hog's Breath was watching.
She wasn't doing that at work at the Subway. She was making sandwiches.
I was. Roast beef. They then shower and mess around, and that's a wrap on chapter 14.
Okay, so no box of tricks. Like,
no sex box? No socks?
No socks?
No.
Damn.
All right, so the couple must meet up with the rest of their teams for dinner. So they get ready together in Jesse's room, and she's doing her hair, and he's like, wear it in a braid. And then he mentions seeing her at a function with her hair French braided and loved how it looked.
And all I could picture was wrapping the braids in his hands like reins.
Yeah. That's so aggressive.
I know. I'm sorry.
Reins. Rein it in. Okay, he then tells her about other outfits she's worn that he loved. And remember, he would not make eye contact with her. So he's like...
To be loved is to be seen or whatever. Whatever they say.
So we've reached what I like to call the 50 Shades of Grey area, because would this behavior be okay if he wasn't hot? Or rich? We cut to dinner, and Jesse can't keep his eyes off of her. Viola begins to worry that everyone is going to notice him staring at her. While she doesn't mind if her coworkers know, she doesn't want to put the potential of Limerick 3 at stake. What if something happens and they break up and can't work together amicably on the game? Whatever would they do? Viola thinks about it and realizes that Jesse fills her with immense joy. She also gets distracted and can't help but stare back at Jesse. Her thoughts are broken up by Mike stating that they may get stuck here. Otherwise, their schedule has them leaving the next evening at 5. The team discusses doing another movie marathon, and Viola feigns being too tired to attend.
No, you see, I can't because I stayed up all night last night making out with Jesse.
Ethan asks her if she's okay, and Viola claims she has a small headache before making mischievous eyes at Jesse.
It's like this.
And then she does like the finger in the hole or something like that.
Yeah, or something. Something mysterious and vague.
And yes. She darkened her eyes. All right, you've guessed it. We're back at the Love Shack. Room.
She smiled with her lower teeth.
The couple earlier said that it would be better if they did not get too crazy this weekend. I meant have sex. Well, now we are discussing IUDs and how neither of them has ever fornicated unprotected.
Raw, if you will.
Raw. So they are safe to be a little irresponsible.
Because obviously no one brought condoms, because why would they?
They did not. There's a lengthy paragraph about him easing it in after licking her pink and raw. I was like, huh?
Sounds painful.
This sounds really aggressive.
Chewing on it? Like, what? It's just chewed up bubblegum down there.
It says licking her pink and raw. And I was like, well, goddamn. Gosh darn it, Jesse. Then they do the dang thing, because again, I couldn't write about sex at work, and both reach climax at the same time. Afterward, we're a mess. The space between us is stick and wet with cum, sweat, and something that could be my tears. I had to look at you when I said that. But I don't ever want to clean up.
Hey, girl, your pH has to be just so off.
Off the chains. You might need some MoniSTAT when you get home to Seattle. Some MoniSTAT stat. That's the name of the episode.
MoniSTAT. Stat. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Stop that. You got to pee after. Okay?
Do you want would you like us to test you for BV?
What's the other one? Vaginosis?
That's what I just said. BV.
Oh, okay. The chapter proceeds with more of what just happened and some open discussion as to whether Mike and Otto are doing the same thing they are.
You freaks. Would you like to watch them? Oh my God. Get some ideas for how you'd like to do it?
Maybe.
Probably.
She could wear like a peg. A peg? Is that what you call
strap,
it?
Kelly.
A strap. No, sorry. Not a peg. A strap.
It would be...
Strap on.
It would be her pegging him.
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome. I'm here for you all.
So they talk about Mike and Otto. They talk about their history of reading the books that the video game's being based on, as well as their thoughts on the love and curse of the main characters in the game. There's a sudden knock on the door, and it's Mike. Viola hides. She becomes one with the bed.
She goes underneath the bed. Naked. She's like bracing herself in the box spring naked.
And Mike lets Jesse know that they'll be leaving at 5 because now it is the next day. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. Because the roads look good. Mike asks Jesse if he's seen Viola, and Jesse sidesteps the question by saying she's not in her room. After he departs, the two share a steamy makeout session, and Viola has to literally rip herself away to head back to her room to pack.
Like this.
Yes.
I have to pack.
And I remember it being written very dramatically, and I was like, calm the fuck down. Okay.
She sped up.
Fed up with these two. The trip back to Seattle is much like the trip to the lodge. However, Viola can't stop herself from staring at Jesse in the rearview mirror. She's thinking to herself, I traced that jaw at least a dozen times with my hand and my tongue.
And my coos.
That little red burn at the base of his throat, I left it there.
That's from my lips, the nether ones.
From the funk. It's a mark. It means that he's mine.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Whatever you tell yourself, sweetie.
Once back in the parking lot, Viola sees her car is covered in a block of ice, and she simply cannot wait for the drive home. Sarcasm. Mike stops her and tells her that he heard from Starplay and how excited they are that the two teams came together. Viola doesn't know this because she's been shacking up with Jesse for the last few days.
It was a sexcation for her.
Sexcation. Adult activities, I called it. He tells her that she and Jesse will be the lead designers on the build and congratulates her. He closes by saying he wanted her to be the first to know and that they'll tell everyone else the next work day. Jesse is chatting with his coworker, so Viola patiently waits. She sees Ethan is heading home with Shannon, so she notes she will not be giving him a ride home. I don't know. She is startled by Jesse next as he comes up behind her. Ethan's riding home with Shannon. Mm-hmm. He does not need a ride from Viola. She's startled by Jesse as he comes up behind her and asks if her car is okay. They chat for a bit, and Viola finally admits that one of the video games he designed is actually in her top 3. And then they finally exchange phone numbers, and Jesse hands her a folded up piece of paper. That's his phone number, sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, a secret love note?
A love note. They then discuss the video game and decide to go off script. They decide that in this video game, they're going to go off script. And instead of the two people that have a love interest being cursed, they're going to break the curse. Oh, wow. And that does not follow the book. Viola finally looks at the paper and realizes it is his address and not his phone number. He tells her she doesn't need his number as long as she keeps him around for as long as she wants. And I'm like, wow, controlling much?
Okay, so she has to be with you at all times? Give her your phone number, you freak.
Viola hangs her head and thinks to herself, Jesse fucking Andrews, I'm going to fall for you in the blink of an eye, and when I touch the ground, you better be right there with me. She steps to him, leans her forehead against his chest, and tells him, let's take your car.
Wow.
The end.
The motherfucking end.
There is a bonus chapter about talks about Jesse's point of view when he first met her. I did not make notes about it because who
cares what a man thinks?
Yes. That. I was just like, I'm done with this book.
She was done. So do you understand what I mean by like her books are okay, but they're not like...
I was like, I don't get the point.
So to be fair, that was like a short one because you said it was only a 4-hour listen.
Yeah.
And I would say that most of her books are probably like an 8-hour audiobook. We could look that up.
And it sounds like there could be another one after this, but
I just don't care. So let's see. I'm going to look up.
I also didn't really care.
Oh, I'm going to read that too for one of our episodes. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to just look up the one that's being turned into a okay, so Love Theoretically is being turned into a movie, right? Produced by Colleen Hoover, by the way. Crazy work.
I did hear about that, actually.
It's 13 hours.
Got it.
So, like, to be fair, for 4 hours, it's not, like, terrible.
Yeah, and I meant to look. I think this may have been written for Spotify.
If you know, drop us a comment, and you've made it this far. You can tell us if this was written exclusively for Spotify.
Because they did produce the audiobook, and maybe it was due to this book coming out, and they just wanted to jump on the bandwagon of it being popular. I have no idea.
No, Ali's like a very popular... I feel like everybody on Book Talk like loves Ali Hazelwood.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like this movie's coming out, so let's produce
a short audiobook
to get people to Spotify.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. That does make sense. But yeah, I feel like I don't love her books except for Bride and Mate.
I know. I really want to read those.
Those books were 5-star reads for me. I love them.
Yeah.
Love them.
I'm going to read them.
She's going to read them. I
think on the horniness scale, it's like a 2. Like there really wasn't much yearning, and except when they were making out.
There wasn't much fucking either.
No. I mean, they alluded to them doing it all night, but there wasn't much.
There wasn't much
graphic
on.
detail.
There wasn't much on page. If you feel me,
yeah.
Don't feel me.
So if you weren't entertained, I'm sorry.
Well, at least we were entertaining.
We were entertaining.
If you weren't entertained by the actual book, at least our tangents, our sidebars,
our made up parts
were entertaining.
Pat, I know you giggled. Okay,
Pat,
tell me about it
later. We know. Have a group chat with me and Kelly so that you can tell us about, so that you can boost our heads
for your afternoon podcast.
Inflate our egos, please.
He's like, you guys are not a morning podcast.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tony, tell us. Well, tell me in person.
I think we're a morning podcast for Tony.
I think we might be. He was like, I didn't see your episode. Remember I texted you and I was like, did I forget to upload it?
Did he finally listen?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. There's been a lot going on and I've been bitching a lot at work. So I haven't really asked him if he continues to be our number one fan.
Yeah. And I think with what we have going on with her husband and my cancer diagnosis, like we've been a little distracted. That's why TikTok has been somewhat barren.
That's why we haven't hit 500 followers yet and done a giveaway because, well, who has the energy for that right now?
Yeah. There's some days I go home and I'm just like, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably wrap it up so I can go pick up my other child from his grandparents' house.
Oh, I thought he was staying the night.
No.
Oh, I thought you said that.
No. He was playing video games with his online friends from Germany, by the way.
Oh.
He's 12.
I love that.
And he was like, can you just give me 2 minutes? And I was like, Kelly's already at our house. I'll come back later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
And then I pull up and I'm like, where's so-and-so? And she's like, who's that?
Yeah, me and my baby child, we planned this on the way to my house because we live 3 minutes from their grandparents. And I was like, so when Kelly asks where your brother is, let's pretend like we don't know who she's talking about. And he was so on board for that.
Oh my God, it was perfect. I was like, wait, am I saying the wrong name?
Yeah, who's that?
And I'm like, wait, what?
It's my boy. Your brother. So that's that. Tune in next time for either a live show or my coverage of a super secret book that you'll find out about in the next episode. If it's even next. Okay.
We don't know.
Okay, thanks.
Love you, bye.
Toodly-doo.
Toodly-doo.